Street Funk TV, Mr. Excitement, my man Dr.Dre holding it down. What's going on, big guy?
I'm chilling, man. Out here loving N.W.A. Yeah.
No doubt. I caught you on Saturday Live last night, man.
Yeah, we was up there trying to do our thing, you know, as good as we can get on TV, you know.
Right.
I don't really like doing TV, but, you know, that's going to help the record, so I'm in it. And they be looking out up there, so it's cool.
You got a brand new album out right now, Chronic 2001, right?
Yeah, it's coming out. Chronic 2001. It'll be out November 16th, and it's blazing. It's hot, man. I'm really satisfied with it right now.
I heard like it was supposed to be like originally just Chronic 2000, and I think
yeah, it was originally supposed to be Chronic 2000, but Death Row came out with their album before mine, and they used the same title. So you know, I decided to change mine up and do it like that. You know, and I mean, for me, what's on the outside of the cover don't even really matter that much to me, you know. What matters to me is what's coming out those speakers.
Okay, there you go, exactly. You make some real good music at that.
I appreciate it.
I know a million people probably have asked you this question about Death Row and everything that went on over there. Did you, from when you first started Death Row, did you feel that everything that went on would go on? I'm not even talking about just the positive, because there's a lot of positive music that came out of that whole Death Row experience, but just the way everything ended over there.
I mean, when we started it, it was just like a big family thing, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that things turned out the way they did, but you know, you know, nobody knows what the future holds.
Exactly.
And I'm just trying to move on with my life, keep it positive, and make a positive future for myself, straight up.
Yo, you the person that actually discovered Eve, right?
It was actually a friend of mine named Mike. He went out to Philly, and he called me and let me hear her over the phone. I was like, get her out here, you know? And the problem was she was ready to do her album right then, and I'm not into holding people back and whatever, because if I had held her back to be on my label, she would just now be starting on her album, you know what I'm saying? So we worked something out, and she went to the Rough Riders, and her record is out. She's working on her second record right now, and, you know, much love to her.
She's killing them right now.
Yeah, she's doing her thing, you know. I'm reading all these articles and things about, you know, how we're not getting along and things like that, and you know, this all not true, you know. She came out to LA just recently, and we went out to dinner and kicking it. We close like that, man. Right. So you know, don't believe the hype.
That's usually, and that's the unfortunate part of being like in the media. You got some people that's in the media that usually starts and tries to start rumors, things that are like totally false, totally not true. And that stuff happens like in sports, you know, professional, everything in life. They ain't got anything to do with the media. Usually screws that part of it up, but I'm glad everything's cool with that.
Yeah, I got caught up in the rap tabloids for a minute, you know, but it's all good. I'm here to set the record straight. I ain't about none of that nonsense, man. Straight up. You
still keep in contact with some of the N.W.A cats, some guys that you recorded with?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny you bring that up, because I just talked to Cube and Ren, and we're going to start on a new N.W.A project next year.
I was wondering if those could get back to that.
Yeah, we're going to try to release Christmas 2000. You know, it's going to be me, Cube, Ren, and Snoop. You know, and we're going to call the album Not These Niggas Again. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's going to be something to look forward to.
Right. I always wanted to tell you, I said, if I ever meet you, I said, my favorite Dre record was Let Me Ride. That pumped real hard in New York, man, when that was out. That was a hot record, man. That was hot.
That's crazy, man.
Hot 97. Word.
That's crazy, because I didn't think that was going to move out here, because I was thinking about doing that on stage, but I didn't think it was going to move it because it's such a mellow song, you know? Right. And I know New York loves that energetic type shit, you know? Right. Oh, is this a family show?
No, it's all good, it's all good. The video was hot on that too, by the way.
Oh, I appreciate it.
The video was hot.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Not to mention the Natural Born Killers joint, that was hot too. That was ill, actually. That was totally ill.
Yeah, me and Cube got together and just like tried to come up with some wild things, you know what I'm saying? Something different.
What else you got new going on for yourself right now? That we should know about that we don't know about?
Well, I'm just finishing my album, so I'm just trying to kick it right now and come out and promote that before I get back in the studio, you know. I've been out of the studio about 3 weeks, and I'm getting that hunger to get back in there, so, you know, when I get home, I'm going to get back in there and start pushing some more buttons.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
Real quick, because I know it's busy. I know you're going to be going on stage in a little while. Right. Give me some quick memories, some positive memories of Eazy-E as well as Tupac.
I mean, for one, let me start with Tupac. He was one of the most talented people I've worked with, because, you know, the little time I spent working with him, he went in the studio, and usually people sit in the control room and write the lyrics and what have you to the tracks that I present. He went in the mic booth, put the headphones on. I let the track run down one time, instrumental. When I rewinded it, he said he was ready. He had his verse done, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was incredible, man. And Pac was the type of guy that you go in the studio and he'll complete 5 songs in one day. Right. That's the reason for him having all the joints that he has right now. I mean, he has like another 4 albums, you know? And Easy, always that like stick to his guns type of person, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times when we started out, I was like, yo, there's a lot of people coming to us trying to give us deals. I was like, you know, let's just jump on it and just like get our music out there. But we used to sit down and he would talk to me like, no, we got to wait for the right situation. We'll just keep selling it out the car like we're doing until the right situation comes along. And I totally respect him for that, because the right situation came along and our music got presented to the public the right way.
And Hammer did the same thing. He was selling the records out of the car as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember Hammer when he was doing that, you know. Big up to Hammer, you know.